Can we have Penny LaRocque come on up? Here we go. How about that one, huh? All right. When you look at this petite woman sitting here on stage, you think maybe not very strong physically, maybe not even an athlete. Think again, ladies and gentlemen. This is a mighty woman. In fact, had she been born 20 years earlier, perhaps she would have been the prototype for a cartoon character like Mighty Mouse, who slew the bad cats with ease despite the size differential. She has slain the best of them on the curling rink. She has won 19 Nova Scotia curling championships in women's, senior women's, and mixed competitions. She won a Canadian championship in 1983. And this little woman from Nova Scotia finished third in the world with her teammates Sharon Horn, Pam Sanford, and Kathy Caudill, and Coach Joyce Myers. And as you know, the world's a big place. Third is pretty impressive. And she has done it all with grace and charm, but also with a fierce desire to be the best, with a competitive streak that few possess. World champion Colleen Jones, a friend and former teammate of LaRocque, praises her focus.
She was very driven to win and succeed, and she really kind of, in that capacity, turned the curling around in this province, demanding excellence. I was second stone for her and went to my first Canadian Women's Championship with her in 1979, and I think she just taught me a lot about competing in general, because she was a great competitor.
And Sharon Horn backs that up. She says Penny was intense on the ice.
Penny has to have the same type of person curling with her. She can't have a person on the team that's joking and laughing all the time and not concentrating. It just wouldn't work. So we pretty well knew what needed to be done, and we were all agreeable in how we did it.
Danke would have been good on your team. Thank you. Yeah. Never would have talked back to you, guarantee. Penny is already a member of the Canadian Curling Hall of Fame, preceding tonight's induction to the Nova Scotia Sport Hall of Fame by 18 years. She has achieved because of the respect she holds for her sport, her teammates, and her competitors. She was born in Yarmouth, but didn't start curling until she moved to Halifax. In 1974, she was a member of Joyce Myers' team that represented Nova Scotia at the Nationals. And while dedicated to her curling, she was willing to have some fun too. When she was presented the Dalhousie Award on 1993, sport historian and Nova Scotia Sport Hall of Fame member Sandy Young, in his testimonial to Penny, said, quote, "Joyce always remembered Penny being caught crawling through a transom with another teammate so that the two wouldn't have to admit getting to bed at 2 a.m. in the morning the day of a match." And Sandy continued, quote, "Joyce and Penny were great friends, but the first thing Joyce did at the end of that season was kick Penny off the team. She recognized already that Penny absolutely needed to have her own team with the final say on strategy and training." Colleen Jones says LaRocque was more than a keen competitor. She used mental and physical preparation in a way that forced others to take the game more seriously or be left behind.
She was, very cutting edge. Back in those days, no women's teams, no men's teams were practicing. Penny brought regular practice and kind of a structure to your practice. She was, switched us from corn brooms to push brooms back in the day, when all of us were going, no, we love our corn brooms. And also she brought in to this area stopwatches, because nobody was thinking about timing rocks at the time. So she was really very innovative for wanting to try new ideas and bring about a better way of doing things.
In 1978, Penny won the provincials and flew to Sault Ste. Marie with her team for nationals, and Sandy Young told this story, quote, "They were all sitting at the front of the plane listening to tapes on their Walkman headsets, and Penny noticed a good-looking man boarding, and forgetting they had been shouting at each other in order to hear over the headphones, Penny said, 'Cute, cute, cute, cute.'" Everyone on board heard her, of course, and laughed at her assessment, and the guy was pretty embarrassed. Her fifth and last Nova Scotia Women's Crown came as the mate for Jones in 1986. She won her Nova Scotia Mixed Championships in 1979, 1981, 1982, 84, and 87. She skipped senior winners in 1996, 1998, and 2001, played third on winners in 2004 and 2005, and skipped the last two winners in 06 and 07. She retires with 4 consecutive senior crowns, curling out of the Mayflower Club in Halifax. On 6 occasions, she has been named the most sportsmanlike player at a national competition. She not only won the 1983 Scott, she also won the Sportsmanship Award as well. She recently announced her retirement from competitive curling, but 2007 seniors teammate Marg Cutcliffe isn't convinced.
I'm sad to see Penny retired. I don't really believe that she will in the end retire. You know, she may take a year off or so, but she loves this game. And she is in very good physical shape. She takes very good care of herself, and I hope that she will come back to the game.
Penny has never considered herself a natural athlete and compensated with an appetite for work bordering on compulsion. She insisted her team members work with nutritionists, fitness instructors, and sports psychologists, something unheard of back in the 1970s.
I have a lot of respect for a lot about Penny, not just her curling prowess. She has such an enthusiasm for life, and she's a really energetic, charismatic person. So I admire that about her first and foremost, but I admire her drive, that when she takes something on, she does it just full out. She embraces it totally, whether it's her golf game or gardening or curling, and she just jumps in with both feet. I mean, she's just a little tiny person, and she's got this big personality and big ability.
Penny has meant a lot to curling in Nova Scotia. She set the pace for women. She has shown that a good work ethic is what you need in order to succeed. There's a lot of competition out there, and I think she was ahead of her time in knowing that you have to combine not only a knowledge of the game, but a desire to win, the need to practice, the need to eat right, to look at the psychology of the game. She, in my opinion, was ahead of her time.